Greetings, GameCola faithful, and welcome back to more Let's Play Dragon Warrior 2. In the last episode, we started our adventure as the Prince, of Middenhall, a descendant of Erdrick, and set out on an adventure. And
sorry, I'm talking
perished.
over your own intro that you've prepared so nicely. I'm ruining everything.
Yes,
awesome.
you are. You're off the podcast.
Just to reintroduce ourselves, if you've forgotten since last time, or if you just skipped the first episode and jumped
Why
to
would
here,
you do that?
I can think of some reasons. But I'm still here, so why are you still watching this one? I don't know. So I'm Nathaniel Hoover, former staff member for GameCola.net, an occasional participant on stuff like this.
Yep, I'm James Pelster, the co-administrator of our YouTube channel and occasional staff writer, who is also playing this game.
I'm Alex the Jedraszczak. I don't know, I do something on the site.
Yeah, I think it's you're jettering.
Jettering?
Jedditor in chief.
Yeah, he's jetting.
I'm chief at jettering. I'm jettering chief.
Yeah, jettering. Yes.
So a question I wanted to ask in the first episode, but did not ask: why are we playing this game?
Oh, that's a good question. I also realize now I completely forgot to bring up my notes document with all of my stuff that I should talk about.
That's okay. We get questions. I mean, right now we're heading west, right? We can beat up some monsters and talk at the same time.
Yes, certainly, but not while I'm loading up my notes document.
Okay, I see.
Well, I was gonna say, we're almost to the purchase price of the armor, aren't we? How much was it?
Oh, are we? Let's see.
Was
Status
it 200?
72.
I'm sorry.
It was
For some
200.
reason, I think I mixed up the EXP and the gold.
Experience?
I thought that we were. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now I've got this here. All right. So you said, oh yeah. So we were saying, why are we playing this game? Now, obviously, we played the first game just because I thought I've played a lot of the later Dragon Quest games. Well, I say a lot actually. I've only beaten 2 of them: Dragon Quest 8 and Dragon Quest 11.
Eep.
Very bad.
I guess it should have been a sign when we went into that little grave place there that they're like, don't go in here without a buddy.
Yeah,
and then we
all right.
walk past it and we're like, yeah, don't go over here without a buddy either.
Let's head to the north, perhaps. There's another bridge.
Not over the bridge. That is inadvisable.
Yes. But so we played. So I wanted to.
A thing.
Another
place.
castle. 3 battles.
A great place to die. Hey,
We're
and
having a
running
lot more
works.
luck.
I like that.
Yeah, at running away than we used to.
All right. All right. What tools do you have? Oh, you have fairy water. Additionally, that's good to know.
Which will keep enemies away. So
Yes.
why are we playing this game? You've played some of the newer ones.
I played some of the newer ones, and I was just curious about the origins of the series, and so I had heard good thing. I know that Jetty and you yourself, Nathaniel, I had just in discussions about it, knew that this was a game that you both were familiar with, and that you like the early games in this series. Those are primarily the ones you have experience with, if I'm not mistaken. So I was curious to bring some people on and experience them for myself alongside people who already knew the games, was familiar and just had some history with it, who had interesting things to say about it, maybe some personal anecdotes. And then obviously we played Dragon Warrior 1, and I felt it was appropriate to play Dragon Warrior 2 and probably 3, because obviously
Get him! Get him! Talk to him!
He's next to
I'm
the
trying.
door.
I'm trying. Okay. What does it matter if people steal things? The world is doomed no matter what happens.
Whoa.
Yes,
Man.
I see. You're one of those people. Hey,
Yeah,
you,
one
come
of those
over
people
here.
on Twitter.
Yep, I was gonna say, yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Anyway, in the meantime, so I thought it was appropriate to play through the first 3 games, the sort of Erdrick trilogy, as it is so called, because they will be releasing remakes of those games. The remake of Dragon Quest 3 is already out, but the remake of Dragon Quest 1 and 2 is not yet out.
Sorry. Okay, good.
Yep.
I'll tell you a secret.
Who's telling the secret here?
both
There's
of
a
us at the
silver
same
key
time.
that
There
opens
is a silver
doors of
key that
silver.
opens doors of silver.
You both just kept.
This is the guy's canonical voice. He sounds like two people talking.
Yeah. Oh, there's just a lot of echo in the prison cell.
Yeah, it's a big cell.
All right. So
Yeah.
he tells me something I technically already knew. Interesting. I'm trying to see if I can turn around. Okay, I cannot turn around. I can't turn on a dime like I could in Dragon Warrior 1. That's interesting.
Oh yeah.
House of Healing.
You mean reorient yourself without actually moving on to another square?
Yes. I think GameCola. I love this dialogue there. I think GameCola will live now. But hey, let's be careful out there. I do know that there is funny dialogue. If you are poisoned, go in there and then ask him to detoxify you, and then you don't agree to the price. I
don't think
believe
I
he
knew
says
that.
something funny.
That is the chamber of Prince Orfeo's sister, Princess Hala.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go holla at her. Who art
Who
thou?
art thou?
A friend of my brothers?
Of my brothers?
Oops.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Another echo chamber.
No.
That's fine.
It's echoey in
We
this
need
room.
to
too.
determine-
Yeah, it is.
We
Just
need to
be left
determine the
alone.
order, because I keep getting mixed
So
Yeah.
I
up.
thought it was James, then me, then you, Jetty.
Yeah. So I'm the one screwing it up. So you can go for it because it was just Nathaniel. So
Okay, Jetty, give some advice.
Oh, sorry. But I'll give thee some advice. My brother has gone searching for the spring of bravery, but he travels slowly.
Oh no, he set his battle message speed too low.
oh dang. Welcome to Cannot Castle.
Welcome, GameCola. Of experience points, GameCola needs 12 to reach the next level. My son Orfeo has already left on his journey. Please find him and take him as thy companion. Dost thou wish to save thy deeds in the Imperial Scrolls of Honor? And I have ended thy deeds in the Imperial Scrolls of Honor. Dost thou wish to continue thy quest? Then farewell and good luck. With my son's help, thou shalt go far.
Excellent. All right. So we've got party members.
I have heard of a cave far to the east in which the spring of bravery rises.
Okay. So that must be where we need to go next. If Orfeo. So his name is Orfeo. That's interesting.
Orfeo,
Mmm.
which is Spanish for ugly.
Is it really? That would be unfortunate.
Wait, is it my turn?
I'll give it back to you, James.
Oh yeah.
Me?
Oh.
Yeah. Wait. Oh,
Well,
okay.
I missed the first bit of the sentence. Listen closely. Our
Which
princess.
we failed to do the first time.
Yes, you have not. Our prince has studied the ways of magic, though with heavy armor or weapons he has no skill. Still,
What?
he seeks to fight evil. All right, good to know. Good to know. Does not appear to be a weapon shop here, but that's all right. We can head back down. Now, if I just head directly south, okay. I'm trying to get a feel for the land here. So actually, it's pretty much just due south. A ghost mouse.
The ghost mouse looks surprised, like you ambushed it.
Yeah, he's like, woo, he's got his like hands up in the air. 3 iron ants. Yeah, I have to say already, I like the music more. I feel like the energy of the music is more energetic. Well, the energy is more energetic. Blah. That's almost a competent sentence. It's a lot more peppy.
What?
Power increases by 1. Reaction speed by
What?
5.
Okay.
Maximum HP by 4. Very nice. How much gold do I have? 88 gold. And let's just double check the prices here to see what I can focus on. Yeah, the addition of percussion in the town theme really elevates it, I think. Okay, so the magic knife is 200. Oh wow, the
Oh, it's-
armor is 480 gold. That's a ways
Yeah.
off. It does. I have noticed, however, I just realized when we got that club, I was thinking, oh
It
well,
was
you usually
45
sell
that
things.
we sold it for.
Yeah, so it's only like 2/3.
Yeah.
Or not 2/3. It's we sell for 3/4 of the price, not
Right.
for
So-
half.
I am currently playing Dragon Quest VI DS, which I'd given up for a while. I believe I mentioned my rage quitting in the last game.
Yes.
But I picked it back up, and it's gotten a little better. Still my least favorite in the series, next to this one, though this one may actually change by the end of this playthrough. We'll see. But anyhow, I digress. One of the random NPCs in Dragon Quest VI DS said something to the effect of, shop around, don't accept the first price that a shopkeeper gives you, because you may get better deals on selling certain things in different locations.
Oh wow.
And I am wondering if that's a mechanic that was present as early as this game.
Interesting.
I do know that that's
It
a
might
thing
just
that
be
I
you get 3/4 of the price also. But
yeah. I used to. I don't know if I just assumed this, but I would always try when I was like, in the era in which this was, relevant. I would do that. I would like try selling things at different shops to see if they gave me different prices. And like 99% of games do not. So I would be curious to see if there was actually like a reason for which I did that.
well, okay.
like,
So
some
here's
game
an
did it.
idea. The next time we have anything to sell, or we could just try and sell an herb, but not follow through on the transaction.
Yeah.
Just test that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good idea. Because there seem to be tool shops in basically every town. So it's worth a shot. Or if the enemy drops a club again, that'll give me a great benchmark. So I'm gonna keep heading over this way. I know that there are dangerous enemies, so I might. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, this
I'm gonna
gives us a
take out
chance to
the
see how
big
bad a
slug
mouse is.
first.
No, it's not so
Yes.
bad.
Yeah, okay. Defeat the big slug, defeat the Draki, because I can wipe those out in one single hit. Alright, big mouse, not too threatening.
Wild mouse.
One of the reasons I wasn't as keen on this game as the previous game is a lot of the monster designs, at least in the early game, aren't as endearing. Like, I like the ghost mouse. The ghost mouse is fine. But a lot of the designs aren't as endearing to me. I know that the original game has a lot of very classic fantasy monsters, but here it's like big rat. Okay, it's nice and cute and round, I guess, maybe. But like the slugs, I'm not wild about. So, and it's a lot of like, these are just real life creatures, but big.
Yeah, I think that's definitely... I do like, though, that it's more variety. And at least initially, I find the inclusion of just, big animal of some kind, or big, thing that normally is inconsequential, is a little bit funny and whimsical in a way. Okay, I could cross this bridge, but I think there was
But we've
something
only
over
got
to the
14
north.
HP.
Yes, so let's
Now,
go
this
ahead.
probably zips us back down to where we fought the trio of Babbles before.
Possibly. So I think what I might do is head back to the west and go north, because there was what looked like a fork. I am curious, though, if I am poisoned... Oh, yep, there we go, I'm poisoned.
Oh.
That babble.
Level Poe. Well,
Yep.
so here's the perennial question. When you get into an RPG battle like this, you have one weak enemy, one slightly middle enemy, and one harder enemy that will poison you. Which one do you go after first?
Well, the
The one you can
poison
take
is
out
a
in one
big
hit, or the one you can
problem.
probably take out in one hit, or the one that may take like 2 or 3 hits?
Oh, interesting. The treasure chest was what had the 20 pieces of gold. All right.
Now, you are poisoned.
Yeah, I would really like to get back to the town to go to the House of Healing while I'm poisoned.
Okay, do you have a spare medical herb?
I do
forget.
have a spare medical herb. Oh, a tremendous blow.
A tremendous waste of a blow.
Sadly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I blew on him very strongly, and he died.
And
I
it just
feel
did a
like-
little corkscrew in the air and flew away.
Yep.
I feel like we're not quite going to make it back to town well poisoned, right? Like, it's going to be a bit of a walk, right? Oh, I guess it's
Well,
not
it's
so
very
bad.
few steps.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think you'll be
25.
okay. I think you'll be okay.
24. All right,
Okay,
yeah, we're
that's
all right.
not so bad. Okay, yeah, never mind.
Pow!
We should probably put a disclaimer on the first episode. I meant to do this in the commentary. There's a lot of things that I meant to do in the first episode that just never coalesced. But probably mention about the flashing, because I know that can be a problem
That's
for
true,
some people.
yeah. Epilepsy warning.
In case you've made it this far, hopefully that's fine.
Okay. I'd like to not use my herb if I can help it.
I think we'll be fine. Most of the other things are doing 1 damage, right? So.
I guess it depends on whether or not I am continue to be damaged by poison in town.
You can make it.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. Just be efficient. It's to the right, I believe.
Oh no, it's right. Or oh, right, yeah.
Okay, I am
Yeah,
not.
then right.
Sorry, yeah.
Right. Up.
I'm not damaged. Now the thing is, I'm supposed to detoxicate, and then I will not pay. Come now, dost thou think leeches grow on trees? I have expenses, taxes to pay, a wife, 2
What?
kids, and a brand new cow.
What? That.
Amazing.
What? That's great. What? I wonder what he says in Japanese.
That I just, it had been ages since I'd seen that, but I did years ago watch someone play a part of someone's playthrough of this game, and they showed off that bit of dialogue. I forgot the exact details of it, but I knew that it was funny.
Man, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and a brand new cow.
You're still poisoned.
Yes,
You're
I am
still
aware,
poisoned.
but also I want to compare the price
the
of
price of
antidote
the herb.
herb. So like you were saying, if my whole party's poisoned, it's probably cheaper, but I think antidote herb is 8. Yeah, it is. So it's
yeah.
cheaper
Yeah,
right now for me to
interesting.
just buy an antidote herb.
Weird.
But again, like Nathaniel said,
Well, yeah, there's 2 considerations. 3 considerations. Number 1, you may be in a location that doesn't sell antidote herbs, and that guy's just universal. Number 2, you may not have room in your inventory to carry an antidote herb, even if you're in a place that sells one.
Yes.
Number 3, when you have multiple party members, it may just be more efficient or more cost-effective to do it just one-stop shopping like that.
yeah, certainly. And also, just thinking about it, yeah, I feel like it's definitely, to me, it would definitely be about efficiency there for all of that. I also noticed I almost have 200 gold, so I might continue exploring a bit.
Well, did we want the magic knife?
no.
Because
Yeah, the
I
magic
don't
knife
know
is
that we
200.
can use the magic knife, actually. And
right,
Jenny,
I think that's
do
yeah.
you want to do a little bit of research on that? Just double check.
Oh, yeah. I'll go take a look.
Yeah, if one of you could check that for me, I'd appreciate it.
The main reason, normally I would do it myself. However, I am in full screen mode watching your screen share of this. And the way my microphone is positioned, it is completely hiding the full screen button, and I don't have a hotkey that I can find on the keyboard. So I need to awkwardly crane my neck around the microphone to see where the button is, and so it's just easier to ask someone else to do it.
Let's see. Oh, everyone can equip the magic knife.
Oh, good
Really?
to know.
What's the damage difference?
It's only +2.
What about the copper sword?
Well, the copper sword is 10 and the magic knife is 12. So
Okay.
it would be better for you to get the chain sickle, which does +5, right? It does
And
15.
that's 300?
390.
Okay.
I feel like that's worth saving up for, right? Oh man, but
I am gonna... Okay, so heading to the north, there is not actually anything there. I think, to make progress, I think I will need to cross one of these bridges. So I definitely, right now, I need to find Orfeo.
Because I'm just thinking about if you could use the magic knife for now, then give it to the other guy. And
That's true. Don't sell your copper sword, then you've immediately got an upgrade.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
All right. I think I should check and make sure I actually still have a medical herb. I think I do.
I wonder what Orfeo comes with, right?
Everything you see here.
A big slug.
Magic knife sold separately.
Okay, I have a medical herb. I could probably stand to have 2, but we'll see.
Well, yeah, so I like that idea of as soon as we get 200, go grab the knife.
Huh. Ooh, okay.
No torches needed.
Yeah, no torches needed, and it's kind of big and sprawling. It's not just individual, like, single tile wide mazes like it kind of was in the first game. What enemies? Okay, same enemies so far as what's in the...
I'm always disappointed when you go into a dungeon or an abandoned castle or something like that, and the enemies are exactly the same as they were in the overworld, in the same combinations. Yeah. Like, I don't mind seeing a couple of the same enemies if they're lumped in with other ones, or if they're in groups that you normally wouldn't encounter together.
That's fair. Ooh, big cobra.
See, that's what I want. But again, we're not doing fantasy monsters, we're just doing real-world animals.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I do like, though, the...
Jetty.
I don't want... Let's go... Hold on, let's go back to town.
Turn around.
Sorry.
Go back.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't want to give any spoilers, but I took a peek at the walkthrough. And I think there may be something that we are missing in town.
Oh, we're missing something in town.
Yeah, let me
All right.
Give me 1 second.
Because I know that Orfeo is supposed to go to this... Okay.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Well,
the
still
cave,
worth turning
sorry.
back at this point anyhow, because you only have 1 herb. We don't know how deep the dungeon goes. By the time
Yeah.
you get back to town, you'll need to heal, and then you'll have enough money to buy something.
Yeah, that's true. Out of curiosity... Okay, that's the end of that
not the town.
landmass. There is another one
Out of curiosity,
across the
is
way.
this the town now?
No.
Yeah, no, I know. We always have to explore the land masses. You
Babble.
just have to know. So I believe I mentioned this in the first one, but this is the enemy that I have the translucent model of.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
Babbles. Very cool.
All right, medical herb. Okay. Wow, that herb heals quite a significant
I was
amount.
gonna say that was a refreshing herb.
Yes. I'm also encouraged to see that the rate of poison is not too high. However, the rate of encounters...
Oh, healing.
Oh, nice heal right there, before battle has even begun. Alright. Good grief.
See, I like the one in Dragon Warrior 4 because they heal you.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Like, just the monsters that you
Nathaniel,
fight heal you?
Yeah, the healer, like, am I remembering that correctly? That they heal you while you're fighting them?
Wait.
Hmm?
No, never mind. I'm
Neither
sorry.
I.
I thought we were somewhere else.
Yeah, this map's a lot bigger.
I will turn this adventurer around.
Yeah. Well, did we actually explore south on the right side of the bridge
I
to
did
make sure
not.
that connects back to where I thought it did?
I just wanted to head back to town, although because
let's
we
head
no
back to
longer have a
town.
medical herb.
Yeah, let's head back to town, but maybe before we go into the cave, just double check that.
Yeah.
I will say,
Pow! 30
despite
damage.
having multiple enemies, battle seems to go a lot more quickly.
I agree.
Well, part of it is we're missing less often.
Yes.
a reaction
And these
speed.
enemies aren't nearly as chunky as the other ones.
Yeah.
Because all of these are going down in 1 or 2 hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even in the early game, it could take a couple of hits to take out some of the enemies
You know,
in the first game.
Yeah.
I think in a way,
absolutely.
maybe-
Although, yeah, again, I think part
well,
of
and
that
also
is
our battle
balancing.
speed text is faster.
Yes.
yeah. But I wonder if it's just the perception of battle because enemies go down more quickly, but that in the end we're still hitting, 3 to 5 times just
Yeah.
on different enemies, and that makes it seem like more is happening.
And that's one of the things that I posited in the previous episode. As I was saying, it's interesting to feel that the pace of combat seems to me to be faster, although I would not be surprised if the actual number of turns is about the same. But because we're fighting multiple enemies, it feels faster paced. All right, let's get another medical herb. Oh, I'm 299 gold. So I need. Oh, but I need 390.
Well, why don't we get the knife? That'll speed things up a little bit.
True,
And
but
then
will
we'll
it
still
speed
have it
things
for
up
the other
enough
dude.
to justify?
Well, like we
basically
were saying,
starting
have that in the bag so you can hand it over to the next party member, who we will be getting before too long, hopefully.
Oh, give the magic knife
I
to
guess-
the new party member?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I feel like if I'm gonna have the magic knife, I might as well equip it. At least
Well, yeah,
for the duration.
that's the thing of keep your copper sword in the bag, equip the new magic knife, and then hand it over to the next guy.
Okay.
Or just keep doing what you're doing
Yeah.
and save up for the bigger weapon. That's also totally valid.
Because I don't know what kind of weapon the new guy has. If the new guy already has a magic knife,
I was
then
gonna
I've
say,
I mean, Jetty, you can probably look that up, but I don't think he comes with that.
Well, he's supposed to be a good wielder of magic, but not of weapons. So it may be that even giving him a weapon would not be too beneficial, potentially. I'm not certain.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to hit the inn. It's only a few gold.
Yep. Well, I feel like hitting the inn would reduce my hit points further.
a hero walks into an inn.
Yeah. Well, here's a question. Would hitting the inn increase or decrease my hit points?
Oh.
Well, it only increases it when you hit the hay, you see.
Gotcha. Maybe that's what
We're
HP
going right,
stands for.
and
Hey,
Can we go right and see if we can check out if that links back up to where we were?
Ah, yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a little bit of across the body of water. Yeah, there is an alternate route going north.
So here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a few months since we recorded our playthrough of the first game. What RPGs, or I guess games in general, but specifically RPGs, has everyone played since then?
That's an interesting question. Also, I do just want to mention, Jetty, if you are scrolling on a mouse, that is audible.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm gonna cut it out when I edit it.
Okay, good. Thank you. That's fine. As long as I've got the separate audio, that works out. But yeah, as far as RPGs I've played, I recently got a full-time job, so I have had much less free time than I previously did, but I have started playing Metaphor Refantasio, which I talked about this on the latest GameCola podcast, which is not up at the time of recording, but it will be up by the time this video is up. So
why even bring it up?
because it's the only RPG I've made any significant progress
No,
in.
not the game. Never mind.
Oh, interesting. This... Okay. Can I go...
It's just a fertile little nothing.
Yeah, well, let me be sure about that, though. It's definitely I find this world interesting to explore so far, although, again, I really wish there were treasure chests out and about to reward the exploration more than just, ooh, here's what the land looks like, and now I know how to navigate around it. Although I guess if there are, like, shortcuts like we were thinking about. All right, let's go across this.
I do like the addition of the new terrain type, the little bushes or brushland or whatever that is.
Yeah.
think that actually goes a long way in helping to keep the terrain fresh.
The hills also don't slow me down as I walk across them, which is convenient. I like the battle theme so far. I think I mentioned that I like the music. Oh yeah, if I kind of sneak along this little ridge here, I think it might be a shortcut between the two places.
But James, you were talking about metaphor refried beans?
Yes. Yes. So it's from the same people that made the Persona series of RPGs, as well as the Shin Megami Tensei franchise, and it seems like so far it's been interesting. I've been trying to actually move away a little bit from big RPGs because that's all I've really focused on lately, but I'll get to that. That's actually something I could talk about in a little bit. But again, I'll be duplicating things I've said on the podcast, but whatever. Maybe you don't watch both of those, or if you do, maybe you don't care. So far it feels like sort of a smartly optimized and merged set of mechanics between the Persona series and the Shin Megami Tensei series. That is, they combine a bunch of different elements of the gameplay, which is that there is sort of the social simulator aspect of the Persona series mixed and sort of game day-night structure of those games mixed with the combat of I realize I'm going up there to the cave now, but
what is our gold count right now?
Gold count is 366. I'm actually going to head back because I want to have at least 2 medical herbs with me if I go into that cave.
And by the time we get back, you're going a long way. By the time we get back,
the short way, because the town that sells the thing.
Well, it depends on which one we're going for. I was thinking we can almost afford the armor.
Right, that's true.
Or
the enemies
weapon.
did not see thee. But yeah, so far it's been interesting, and I like how they've been handling it so far. It's a very different kind of plot line, and a very different world than Persona, and a very different world than Shin Megami Tensei usually does. So the plot has me intrigued. The gameplay is so far been mostly stuff that I'd expect, but I'm still getting used to it because it's sort of an interesting hybrid of various different gameplay styles that I'm not expecting to be merged together. It's still just an RPG, just the way that systems are set up is, again, I usually expect it to work all one or the other, and so to have this mix of them is a little bit, takes some getting used to, but it's been fun. The music is very interesting. There's a lot of like chorus and choir elements to the music, lots of vocals, which is very different. So it's been fun, but I'm not very far into the game, and I've started to play Mario and Luigi Brothership, but I really have not gotten any meaningful way into that game yet.
Cool.
How about you guys?
Jetty, what have you been playing?
Yeah, I picked up a whole bunch of games that were on sale at the end of the year, and the one I've been playing recently is .hackgu. Was it Last Recode, which is like the compilation of the 5 episodes or whatever. It is a very 2006 game, by which I mean it is literally all cutscenes. Like legitimately.
So what was the difference on our attack power? I didn't see.
I was not paying attention. Copper sword.
Oh, you got the chain sickle.
5, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
Shall we sell the sword and buy 2 herbs?
That is a pretty good idea, I think.
Wait, hold on. Wait, no, I have it.
Oh, right, I have to sell it at the tool shop.
I think that the prince that we're about to pick up can equip the copper sword, though, so I don't know
Does
if we
he
want to hang
not
on to
have
it
We'll
at
buy
least
him a
for
better
now.
weapon.
Okay. Yeah, by that time we should have enough money.
Well, I guess it depends
the
on
magic knife or
how
whatever.
quickly into the cave we find him, if we find him at all.
Honestly, I would just sell the
Okay.
sword, get the herbs now. Because otherwise you need to go out and do a little grinding.
Yeah, okay, so it is 3/4 here.
Okay.
Should I... So I know that this is here. Should I go to another town to sell this? And see if they
There's
give
one
me...
straight north, right? There's the
Yes.
other castle.
How's my HP?
We need to go that direction anyhow, and then it would help to stop at the inn there, so...
This inn is cheaper, and it's the only one I can afford.
Just barely.
Yep.
I think
One
you'd be able to
gold
afford
right
the
now.
other one by the time that you got there.
Yeah, I was just thinking the closest stop to the cave, heal up at the inn, and then march out, just so you're not using more herbs than necessary. But yeah, why don't we do that, compare prices at the other town?
Alright, let's get going. So we want to head to the north. Sorry, I just kind of got... Man! Getting thrown into battle right when I enter the overworld is interesting.
Yeah.
Jetty, did you finish everything you had to say?
No, so, oh man, like, it is difficult to get used to a game that is, primarily cutscenes, right? Like,
Right.
I am not kidding that there's way more cutscene than gameplay. That,
Whoa, power by...
like, it really is legitimately... Like, I get that it's based on an anime, right? But it primarily is cutscenes.
And as we know, anime is primarily cutscenes.
It's true. And like I get it, like it's an anime about an online game, and so here's a single player game about the anime that's about the online game.
Is it Sword Art Online?
I hesitate to
.hack.
say yeah,
Oh,
hack.
dot hack.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Sorry, I do also
I forgot
appreciate,
that was the name of it because that was across the like pause.
I do also appreciate that the name of the game, also in kind of 2006, the name of the game is The World. The game that you are playing in the game that you are playing, because you're playing .hack GU, but the game that they're playing in the game is called The World, which I feel like is a very like 2006 style of name for something like
Yeah.
that.
It's like Civilization 3, play the world.
Okay, 75 pieces of gold. So it seems to be consistent, which I would expect that.
Alright. Good. Well, that's one question resolved.
All right, now let's buy some more herbs.
The gameplay itself is actually like really bad. Like
Oh, well,
it's just a lot of button
And we still have an
mashing.
antidote herb?
we should... I'm gonna get a third herb.
Yeah.
Oops, I did not order the third herb because I got distracted. Okay, there we go. Check items. Yes, I have one antidote herb.
Yep,
Should I have
okay.
a second?
Oh, they don't stack anymore.
That's true.
No, you might find one. I feel like that's the kind of thing you might find.
Yeah.
And if you get poisoned, poisoned hasn't been too much of a detriment so far.
Yeah. Yeah, seems to be not too bad. I think it's probably more of a detriment in battle than out of battle. Also, that last level up, I got 9 extra attack power. So attack power is 44 now. Up from 35. That's pretty impressive. I think at this
The only
point...
RPG... Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think at this point now the bottleneck in battles is just the number of enemies, because if I can take them out all in one turn, now a battle that in the previous game would take 1 hit now might take a minimum of 3 because I have no way of damaging
Right.
multiple enemies at once. That's just occurred to me.
Yeah.
So like I was saying, I've been playing Dragon Quest VI DS. That is the only RPG I've been playing lately. I do have a couple more on my radar that I do want to start playing soon, but I've been wrapping up another massive project, and then I'll have some time again, some free time. The thing about Dragon Quest VI is that it feels like it's taking me forever. I'm not invested in the story. I don't like the characters. And I am only just now, like dozens of hours into the game, starting to find some monsters that I like. So it's been a slog. I'm very ready to be done with it. But, which is sad because I keep saying that Dragon Warrior Quest is my favorite RPG series. Partially that's because I haven't played a lot of series. Most of the RPGs I've played have been standalones, or they've been the only installment in that series that I've played, or the other installments have just been awful that I've played.
Ouch.
So it's sort of like a by default favorite RPG series, but I want to play more games that I'm really enthusiastic about, so I'm eager to get through this one. I had 7 to start on after that at some point, because I am actually playing them in order. I have, from the beginning, I have played them in order.
I'm not even gonna bother fighting you if I can help it.
You can't run away from the thing that isn't attacking you. What is this?
What the heck? Yeah.
Just keep...
Ugh.
I was just gonna say, just keep bopping it. Eventually you'll get an excellent move, and that'll be the end of that.
Yeah, that's true.
Was it tremendous?
Yeah, tremendous blow. I also...
It's not a terrific blow, yeah.
Yeah, I was also going to say, Jetty, I think in the previous series, you talked about you were playing a game called Arcana.
Yeah.
Is that right? And that it's like based on like cards and stuff like that?
Kind of, yeah.
Because I started watching a
styling
playthrough of that
Yeah.
by that same YouTuber that I mentioned, HC Bailey. And I thought, what stood out to me is he's like, this is my favorite spell in the game, change affinity to wind. Because like in the first dungeon, all of the enemies are earth elemental, and so the wind affinity is like does double damage, and so he's like, this just makes your regular, for very little MP, this makes your regular melee attacks wind element, and so you just wipe out all of the enemies. And he's like, this works well into the like late game, and because there's a lot of earth elemental enemies, and it costs almost no MP. So he's like, there's much more powerful spells. All this does is basically a buff, but it's my favorite spell in the game.
And I think it's cast by the I'm trying to remember what they're called.
I like the little the card in the top right corner.
Yeah, the cards that you have. I'm trying to remember what they call them, but yeah, like there's 4 of them or whatever. But like they recover their MP as you walk around. So essentially, it's almost free to do.
Yeah.
I like this underground lake thing we have going on.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
This is probably the end of our path, so we might want to explore the other nubs.
Well, I assume I can, on the way back out, I can do the same.
Assuming we get an on the way back out.
Oh.
I guess we'll find out.
The other game that I've been playing... Ooh, a chest.
A treasure chest. Yeah, the other game?
The other game that I've been playing, which is not an RPG, but it's still fantasy, so it's relevant enough, is Emberward, which is a tower defense game with a puzzle slant. You have basically Tetris blocks, tetriminos, right? Tetraminos?
I always call them tetraminos.
Yeah, Tetris blocks. You make a maze, so you have a fire that you're trying to defend, and you have enemies endlessly marching into your fire.
Oh, dang, I'm going to have to...
Oh, we went to all the trouble of buying an herb and we would have got a freebie. Well, no, let's see if it stays there.
What?
No, it doesn't. Boo.
Didn't it previously...
Tragically sad.
I could have used one, and then I would have been perfect.
Yeah.
That's
a shame.
I wish it didn't consume the treasure chest. That's a little frustrating.
Well, maybe it'll come back. Maybe it'll come back if we use it again. Like if we leave and come back, it might respawn.
Right.
But yeah, so tower defense game, but I'll talk about that in a minute. Welcome to the Spring of Bravery. Art thou seeking the Prince of Cannock?
No.
I shall anoint thee with this water and wish thee well. Know that token of Erdrick is kept by a brave hero.
Did he actually
Okay.
heal me? I wonder.
Oh,
So
that
you
would
just
be
wasted
rough.
an herb.
Possibly.
man.
2 herbs
And-
wasted.
Yeah, that would be frustrating.
Only moments ago he was here. I think he is going to Middenhall Castle.
Oh. Where we're from?
The best kind of dungeon. There was no point in coming in here. You could have just stayed where you were.
Yeah. I wonder if that guy does heal you for free, though. This would be a good place to
Grind.
become stronger, shall we say?
To get promoted to the next level.
Indeed.
Yes.
To avoid using the word that starts with G.
Gaming.
Yes, we don't want to discuss gaming in this video. And I did get a free medical herb, at least, to make up for the one I lost.
So Amberword. Enemies
Yes.
constantly marching toward your fire. You build mazes out of these Tetris blocks to delay them getting to your fire, and you build towers to shoot at them. And so it's got that puzzly element of the maze building, but also all of your towers can be upgraded. There's different damage types, lots of different types of towers with fun different attacks. And so it's been very absorbing. I have been craving, like all of the past year, or several months, I've been craving a game I can just lose myself in. And that one's been great for that because it's construction and I like building stuff, but it's also thinky and I like games that suck me in and attach my brain to it for a while. I love adventure games, so it's a good combination of things for me. I've been playing that a lot, even though it's in early access and I never play early access games.
Hast thou purified thy body in the spring of bravery?
Yes.
Then all is well.
And if I say no,
That is not good. That's no good.
that's no good. The enemies are already running away. And they're missing me a lot, which is nice. I wonder if response speed now actually increases agility and like dodge rate in addition to being defense. Well, because now I actually have defenk points in addition to response speed. So I wonder if they are...
Well, no, I think you did before as well, and that it was like divisible by 2 or whatever.
Speaking of mazes,
3 wild mice. I knew someone already made that joke. Yeah, indeed.
Oh.
But then again, what are dungeons except mazes?
I haven't been paying attention. When you attack a group, does it always attack the same one, or does it randomly...
I think it
Pick which
randomly
one.
hits.
Yeah, that's rough.
going off of other games in the series, it just chooses a target randomly. Sometimes it'll kind of... I feel like it kind of focuses on whichever one has the least hit points, but I know that's not always true.
I'm going to use the medical herb in case this is another one.
Just in case, yeah.
15 pieces
Well, that's
of
enough to
gold.
buy a medical herb, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So that's basically just I owe you 1 medical herb, just a note in the chest.
But it is an interesting decision that they no longer stack the herbs.
It is.
Well, now you see you'll have multiple party members, and so they've got more inventory space.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's kind of going to be... It's going to be a bit of an Earthbound situation.
I was just going to say, yeah.
Never mind the fact that Earthbound came well after this game.
Yeah, and was, kind of based on it, right?
Yeah.
Man, this game's stealing a lot from Earthbound. Getting
Yeah,
big
geez.
Earthbound vibes here.
I mean, I do...
So, James, go ahead, finish your thought.
I was gonna say I do sometimes see people saying that the Shin Megami Tensei series takes a lot of inspiration from Pokemon, despite the fact that Shin Megami Tensei or the Megami Tensei games
Yeah.
came first.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what were you going to say, Nathaniel?
What is your opinion of this game so far, independently and then compared with the first one? Like, how is it faring as a sequel as well?
So far, it seems good so far. I have been, like I said, obviously, I've said multiple times now, I like the music. I think the graphics look a little bit better. I think the mechanics of not having to use a menu command for door and stairs.
Not talking to the stairs every time you encounter them?
Yes, that is definitely a perk. And also, I'll be interested to see how the battle system has changed and hopefully improved when I have more abilities, especially when I have someone who casts magic. I definitely want to see some abilities that let me attack multiple... Aha, there's a medical herb. That let me attack multiple enemies in a group. I would be very... I know that that's a thing you can do in later Dragon Quest games, like the ones I've played. But I hope that it is something I can do here, because I feel like this has swiftly become the bottleneck in battle, as I said, is... Currently, I can only target one enemy, so even if I can defeat them all in one blow each, the speed of battle is now determined by that and that alone. There's nothing in that area, so this is the exit.
Once we exit, did we want to perhaps
Go save.
well,
I think so.
yeah.
It is also nice now, I actually, that's a good point, that speaking of saving, that I can now
Or by
do that
armor.
from multiple different castles. I can
Yes.
save in
Yeah.
multiple places, which I have a feeling that the world of... Oh, jeez.
What is this?
This is
Every time.
very, very unusual. But what I was going to say is I feel like this game's world is probably going to be larger than that of Dragon Warrior 1. At least I would expect it to be. How much, I'm not yet certain, but with that in mind, it is a very smart decision to allow you to save from multiple locations, because having to go back... I will need to see when I can get myself a Wing of Wyvern, whether that returns me to the last place I saved, a la escape or a la teleport in Pokemon, or whether it will give me a list of places that I have found to return to. So let's head back to the castle here. I feel like
once this battle is done, how are we doing on gold?
gold, I think I have 280 something gold. Let's check. 321 gold.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
I'm actually well on my way towards that.
What was the armor cost? There was another armor, right?
480.
480.
So
yeah.
still a ways away. Can I run away from this guy? Yes, thank goodness. You are not worth fighting.
It's just a tedious battle. It's basically free XP, but at the cost of, your patience.
Yeah, well, see, he does occasionally attack, though. He does, 3 damage. So it's like, if he attacks you just once or twice, that's just a waste of a battle. Because he just drags it on and on and on.
Do we need to heal up?
A little bit. Might as well. Better to do that and then save.
It is funny to me how much we avoided inns at all cost in the previous game.
Well, the
And
inns
then
were a
this
lot
one.
more expensive, as I recall.
Yeah. Roundabout to get to the king of this castle.
As it should be. The king just shouldn't have, a back door that everybody stumbles into.
Yeah. All right, 132 experience. All right. Return when thou can, for Hargon does not sleep. I still find it funny that they did not proofread it and they called it the rest button.
Yeah.
Or they did proofread it and they missed it, because that happens too.
Yeah, that's true. Or maybe, like you said, maybe it's you press the rest of the buttons. It's like, where's the any key? All right.
So I guess that wraps it up for this one.
Yep, we will see you next time.
Ta!